The Global Go Fest is almost here in Pokemon Go, and in this video I will be going through all of the event details, including what you can get for free and what you can get with a ticket. I'll also go through some tips, including which event Pokemon are worth focusing on the most. So the event will be taking place on July 13th and 14th from 10 AM to 6 PM on both days. Firstly, I'll go through everything that you get for free. Shiny Jangmo-o will be the featured shiny for this event, and it will be available for the first time at the start of this event, so definitely one to keep an eye out for. On the Saturday, July 13th, there will be hourly rotating habitats, which usually repeat every 4 hours, so you will get a total of 2 hours for each habitat. So in the Dawn Meadow habitat hours, you will have access to Pidgey, Pikachu wearing a sun crown, Hoot Hoot, Hoppip, Girafarig, Wingull, Snivy, Cottony, Ducklet, Ferroseed, Axew, Galarian Stunfisk, Heatmore, Inkay, and more. In the Shining Day habitat hours, you will encounter Charmander, Dratini, Sunkern, Dunsparce, Hisuian Sneasel, Solrock, Badoo, Helioptile, Tyrant, Dedenne, Yungoos, Fomantis, Jangmo-o, and more. In the Creeping Dusk habitat hours, you will see Pikachu wearing a moon crown, Eevee, Spinarak, Volbeat, Illumise, Gibble, Venipede, Emolga, Litwick, Golett, Durant, Esper, Phantump, Grubbin, and more. And lastly, in the Darkest Night habitat, you can expect to see Alolan Rattata, Gligar, Sneasel, Teddiursa, Mudkip, Carvanha, Lunatone, Dino, Binacle, Amora, Carbink, Crabrawler, Morlul, and more. In 1-star raids will be Pikachu wearing a sun crown, Pikachu wearing a moon crown, and Jangmo-o. In 3-star raids will be the global debut of Espeon wearing a day scarf and Umbreon wearing a night scarf. And in 5-star raids will be a whole host of Ultra Beasts, Nihilego, Buzzwole, Pheromosa, Xurkitree, Celesteela, Kartana, Guzzlord, and there will also be the global debut of Necrozma. On the Sunday, all of the wild encounters from the rotating habitats on the Saturday will be available at all times, so there will not be any rotating habitats on the Sunday. The bonuses for both days of the events will be 1-hour lure modules, habitat themed field research, surprise snapshot photobomb encounters, and lastly there will be no remote raid limit from July 12th to the 14th. On the Sunday, Duskmane and Dawnwing's Necrozma will be making their debut in raids, and on completion of these raids you will be able to get an encounter with Necrozma, and you'll get some solar or lunar energy depending on which one you raid. Also, special backgrounds will be featuring during Global Go Fest for all trainers. On July 13th from 10 AM to 6 PM, all trainers will have a chance to receive special backgrounds from Ultra Beast and Necrozma raids after catching them. And on Sunday, July 14th from 10 AM to 6 PM, trainers will have a chance of obtaining a Necrozma with a special background. So this is everything that you get for free, but if you do want to upgrade your experience, you can purchase a ticket for $15 or the local equivalent in your region. On Saturday, ticket holding trainers will receive a special research that will reward an encounter with Marshadow. And on the Sunday, you will receive another special research focused around Necrozma. This special research will also get you an encounter with either Solgaleo or Lunala, and when you fuse either of them with Necrozma, you will get a Dawnwings or Duskmane Necrozma with a special background. During each habitat hour on the Saturday, ticket holding trainers will be able to take part in global challenges that will reward special bonuses for the remainder of the hour. Ticket holders will also get increased incense encounters, excluding daily incense. The incense encounters for all of the habitats will be unknown A, D, G, H, I, N, T, and Y, and for each of the habitats will be a different Pokemon additional to the unknown that will also be available. In the Dawn Meadows habitat you'll see Maractus, during the Shining Day habitat you'll see Corsola, during the Creeping Dusk habitat will be Rockruff, and lastly for the Darkest Night habitat will be Vullaby. The exclusive bonuses for ticket holders only will be increased chance of encountering shiny Pokemon. Up to 6 special trades can be made each day. You'll be able to level up your Elite Trainer medal by completing habitat themed collection challenges. You'll get up to 9 raid passes from spinning gyms, there'll be special 7km eggs, and you'll have 2 times friendship damage in raids. Also, if you do purchase the ticket on the Pokemon Go web store instead of the in-game shop, you will receive a Pokemon Go Fest 2024 avatar shirt item. So with that said, let's go through how good the event Pokemon are. So before I get into the Pokemon for each habitat, both of the Sun and Moon Crown Pikachu are worth hunting because it's possible that they won't return to the game in the future, and therefore the shiny in particular will be really rare. This also goes for the costume Espeon and Umbreon that are in 3-star raids as well. It's also worth noting that catching Pikachu will help you with your Platinum Pikachu fan medal if you're after that. So moving on to the habitats, starting with the Dawn Meadow habitat, Pidgey is a decent spawn because Pidgeot is strong in Go Battle League, where it is ranked 31 in the Great League and it's ranked 8 in the Ultra League. Mega Pidgeot is also a strong flying type raid attacker. Also, it is always good to catch Pidgey because it only requires 12 candy to evolve, so it could be a good one to stack up for a 2x evolution spotlight hour to evolve a load of them with a low candy cost. Hoppip will also be spawning, and Jumpluff does see some play in the Great League where it is currently ranked 117. Girafarig might also be worth going after because whilst it doesn't have much meta relevance, it does have an evolution that will come at some point in the future which could have some relevance, but it's also worth at least having some candy for that evolution for the decks if not. Wingull is a good spawn because Pelipper is a stronger Battle League Pokemon where it is ranked 22 in the Great League and 23 in the Ultra League. Snivy will also be available, and Serperior is ranked 43 in the Great League and 68 in the Ultra League. Cottony doesn't have a whole lot of meta relevance, but it does see some play in the Little Cup. Ducklet will also be available, and this is also another one for the Little Cup. Ferroseed is also available, and again its evolution Ferrothorn does have some relevance in Go Battle League where it is ranked 112 in the Great League and 126 in the Ultra League. Axew will also be spawning in this habitat, and Haxorus is a decent dragon type attacker and it is ranked 108 in the Master League. Galarian Stunfisk is probably one of the better spawns for this habitat because it is currently ranked 24 in the Great League and 48 in the Ultra League. Heatmore will also be available, and whilst not a meta relevant Pokemon, it is a regional Pokemon that is normally exclusive to Europe, Asia and Australia, so if that isn't your region it could be worth picking up for the decks whilst it's available globally. Inkay will also be spawning, and it doesn't have much meta relevance, but if you do need to evolve it for the decks, remember that it does have a special evolution requirement that requires you to turn your phone upside down and then it will allow you to press evolve. Next, for the Shining Day habitat, we have Charmander spawning, and Mega Charizard Y is the top fire type raid attacker, and Charizard itself is ranked 80 in the Ultra League. Dratini is also available in this habitat, and it is well worth focusing on because Dragonair is ranked 50 in the Great League, and Dragonite is ranked 104 in the Ultra League and is ranked 4 in the Master League. Dragonite is also a top 10 dragon type attacker in its shadow form. Much like Girafarig, Dunsparce doesn't have any meta relevance, but it does have an evolution Dunsparce coming in the future. Hisui and Sneasel will be available, and Sneasler is ranked 94 in the Ultra League and 126 in the Master League. Roselia could be worth going after because Roserade is one of the best poison type attackers in the game. Tyrant is also well worth going after because Tyrantrum is a strong rock type attacker. Fomantis will be available, and it might be worth picking up for Great League where Lurantis is ranked 72. And lastly for this habitat, Jangmo-o will be spawning, and not only is it the new shiny for the event, but also its evolutions do have meta relevance in Go Battle League. Hakama-o is ranked 33 in the Great League, and Como-o is ranked 72 in the Ultra League and 54 in the Master League. For the Creeping Dusk habitat, Eevee will be a possible encounter, and some of its evolutions are worth going after. Umbreon is currently ranked 110 in the Great League and 122 in the Ultra League, and Glaceon is a top Ice type attacker, and Sylveon is a top Fairy type attacker as well. Volbeat and Illumise are available for this habitat, and both are regional Pokemon, with Volbeat normally being exclusive to Europe, Asia and Australia, and Illumise is normally exclusive to North and South America and Africa, so worth picking up whichever isn't in your region normally. Gible is a great spawn because Mega Garchomp is the second best dragon and ground type raid attacker in the game. Garchomp itself is also ranked 42 in the Master League. Litwick is available, and it is a decent budget fire type raid attacker and ghost type raid attacker, and it is even better in its shadow form. Durant is available here as well, and being the counterpart to Heatmore, it is also a regional Pokemon that is usually exclusive to North and South America and Africa, so if you are outside of that region it's a good time to get it for the decks. Phantump could be worth going after because Trevenant is ranked 56 in the Great League and 41 in the Ultra League. Also, it's a good idea to keep any Phantump you catch and mirror trade them with someone, because after trading Phantump it doesn't require any candy to evolve, meaning that you could stack a lot of traded Phantump and evolve them for free during a 2x evolution XP spotlight hour with a lucky egg active. Moving on to the Darkest Night habitat, we have Gligar, which is ranked 19 in the Great League, and its evolution Gliscor is ranked 24 in the Ultra League. Sneasel might also be worth focusing on because Weavile is a strong Ice type raid attacker and even better in its shadow form. Teddiursa will also be available, and Ursaluna is ranked 41 in the Master League, and it is a decent ground type attacker as well. And remember, you do need the full moon to evolve Ursaring into Ursaluna. Mudkip will be available, and this is a great spawn because Swampert is a very relevant Pokemon in Pokemon Go. Mega Swampert is the second best water type attacker, and it's a top 10 ground type attacker. And Swampert itself is ranked 14 in the Great League, it's ranked 17 in the Ultra League and 45 in the Master Master League. Carvanha doesn't have much meta relevance, but Sharpedo does have a Mega coming in the future. Dino will also be available, and Zweilous is ranked 96 in the Great League, and Hydreigon is ranked 46 in the Master League. Hydreigon is also one of the best Dark type attackers as well. Amora could be worth going after because Aurorus is ranked 53 in the Great League and 44 in the Ultra League. Carbink is another great spawn for Go Battle League because it is one of the best Pokemon in the Great League, being ranked 2. And lastly, it will be worth catching Maulol whenever you see it because it is a Stardust boosted Pokemon that gives you 500 Stardust per catch. So for the 5-star raids, Guzzlord has some relevance in Go Battle League where it is currently ranked 38 in the Great League and it is ranked 21 in the Ultra League. Nihilego could also be worth raiding because it is a top 5 Poison type raid attacker and a top 10 Rock type attacker. It's also ranked 86 in the Master League. Celesteela doesn't have much meta relevance, but it is a good one to have for flying type showcases, and if you're shiny hunting it, you could go after it for that. Kartana, however, does have more meta relevance. It is the second best overall grass type attacker just behind Mega Sceptile. Buzzwole could be worth going after for Go Battle League where it is currently ranked 57 in the Ultra League and 51 in the Master League. Pheromosa will also be available, and whilst not meta relevant in Go Battle League, it is a top bug type attacker, and in terms of DPS it is the best bug type attacker. Xurkitree is a great Pokemon to go after because it is the second best electric type raid attacker in the game, and it is generally more accessible than Shadow Raikou because you can remote raid it, and shadow raids are in person only. And with Buzzwole, Pheromosa and Xurkitree, it's worth noting that they are normally regional, so it's definitely a good time to get them whilst they are available globally. Necrozma will be worth raiding because it is the global release of it, and also Duskmane Necrozma is a top steel type attacker and it's ranked 15 in the Master League. And the Dawnwings form of Necrozma is ranked even higher at number 7 in the Master League. And for the incense encounters that are exclusive for ticket holders only, you will be able to encounter Maractus, which is normally a regional Pokemon that is exclusive to Mexico, Central America and South America. And you'll also be able to encounter Corsola, which is a regional Pokemon to coastal regions near the equator. So if you aren't normally in these regions, then I recommend trying to get these Pokemon whilst they are available globally. You can also get Vullaby, which is worth going after because Mandibuzz is ranked 11 in the Great League and 14 in the Ultra League. And often Vullaby is locked to 12km eggs, so this is a good chance to get one with a lower IV floor. Also, if you do want to know what are the best Pokemon to power up for Go Battle League and for raid attacking, then I recommend checking out this video next.